What does Belichick know about Brady? I mean, like in terms of, preparing for a quarterback, he's always spectacular at that. And in terms of preparing for a quarterback, he perhaps knows this one more than anybody he's ever game planned against, ever. I can't say the word ever enough. So what do you think he's going to dial up here coming up on Sunday night?
That's a great question. I would put it this way. Belichick's in the cockpit, but every time he spins a dial, the controls are not controlling the pieces of the plane that he wants in the correct way. I mean, he's not asking for Alvin Kamara to be left completely unguarded inside the 5-yard line on a check down so he can walk in.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody made a mistake. So Belichick can have all the game plan ideas he wants, but if those guys cannot elevate their level of being on the details, Brady's going to shred them. They're a little rudderless in the front right now, and that's Steve Belichick, Gerard Mayo, and Bill Belichick are in charge of the defense. And right now, they're having busts. They're having run game failures. They had 10 guys on the field the other day, Rich, for the game-securing touchdown run by Taysom Hill. I mean, what city am I living in?
I know, right? That's so uncharacteristic. There's no even words for it. So before I let you go, how do you think it's going to look with the fans? 12 jerseys everywhere. He comes out of the tunnel, LFG, people go crazy.
I don't think they go crazy for him.
Really?
I think it'll be almost like a boxing match, in terms of, there'll be appreciation by most. There'll be plenty of people who'll be vocally anti-Brady. I think people underestimate the number of people out here who have had it with Tom Brady, Tampa Bay Buccaneer, have had it with Alex Guerrero and Gronk and Mr. Brady and Tom Curran writing about him and all of it. So there's plenty of people who want to see Brady get his ass handed to him. But if the game starts to go badly, and for the fourth week in a row the Patriots look inept, then I wouldn't be stunned at all if that Sunday night crowd starts to turn on the Patriots themselves a little bit, on Belichick.
Well, I mean, because, that's right. I mean, lost amongst all this is Gronk is there, too. And he had quite the exit as well that the team was not terribly happy about in the manner in which he left and then reappeared in Tampa. And so there'll be no acknowledgement when he passes Breeze for the all-time mark? They won't show it on the board and give him his moment?
I'm going to be fascinated to see what they're going to do with that. I really would. And that's when I want to ask Bill. I said, Bill, you're such a historian of the game.
Oh,
I mean, is it humbling to know that Tom is going to break that probably in the first or second quarter?
Humbling.
Come on.
Come on, Tom.
Now you're asking for it, Tom. Now you're just taking your press pass and just handing it over to the Patriots. Say, here, take it. That's basically.
There must be a feeling of awe, is there?
Oh, jeez. Maybe that's when they'll play the video. I don't know. I mean, that's normally what happens when somebody comes back. And we all know Brady's going to wear a red jacket one day and have his moment in the sun in Gillette. I mean, we all know those days are going to come. But
you know what? This whole thing has gone as well as it possibly could have in terms of hurt feelings and incendiary emotions and long-term scars. They've all handled it really pretty friggin' well. Kraft, Belichick, and Brady. It's unprecedented, but aside from really, the peaks behind the agitation around Brady, they've high-roaded the hell out of it, and I would imagine they're still going to. So don't you agree on that, Rich?
Oh, my God, yeah.
There's not a lot of blood been spilled.
No, but there's going to be a press availability for Brady tomorrow, and Belichick, for as much as people like to poke fun of his, parrying with the media and saying nothing, he's one of the most made available coaches in all of the NFL, and so there's going to be a lot of that, and the buildup is going to be insane. I mean, we're talking it on a Tuesday, and I plan on talking about it every single day. I mean, there's nothing like this in the history of sports. North American sports is nothing like it. So there's no playbook for it. And nobody, because like I said, at some point, Brady will have his red jacket. So will Belichick. They're going to be in the same bust gallery together. Robert Kraft would love to be in that gallery himself one day. Let's be honest. Everyone's going to eventually get together, but Sunday night's going to be mighty awkward on occasions.
Yeah, when it comes down to it, Brady's too old. And you can't blame Bill Belichick for saying, look, I thought he was too old. I didn't think he could do what he's been doing. He's doing it. But at some point, we had to make a decision for our future. I mean, that's a much easier answer to say philosophically we didn't feel comfortable doing it and extending ourselves financially and with the term of the contract to a point that made Tom comfortable. So we found an option somewhere else.
Yeah, but that's the last thing you want to say before Brady's coming into your house, coming off a loss. You don't want to say that.
Yeah, but I respect Bill for telling the truth.
No, I hear you. But maybe you say that once Tom's left the building.
Yeah, maybe.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.